In this video, we're going to discuss the stopwatch behavior. And to do so, what I've made here is a little CQB room, which stands for Close Quarter Battle Room. This is like a training room where you go through and shoot the targets and try not to shoot the civilians. And when I walk through that door, the timer will start. You'll see it there at the top right-hand corner. And I'm just going to go around and shoot all the targets. And then I have to get to the last room and press the button in order to stop the time. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through this now. Won't take very long at all, hopefully. Let's see how I do. All right, so shoot the first target. There's a civilian. Second target. Third target. There. Another one. I think I missed him. There we go. A couple more. All right. This guy's going to pop up here in a second. See, this is no fair. I already know where they are. There we are. There we go. And then there's the button at the end, which stops the time. So all told, 24.75 seconds was my time. Let me show you how the stopwatch behavior works. All right. So as you can see, I've got a zone here that is triggering the stopwatch. So that is necessary. You do need to trigger this to start it and then trigger this to stop it as well. That's why we have a button at the end. That's obviously linked to the object that has that behavior, which is just these boxes. This is the closest object to both the triggers, so it seemed like the logical choice. Here we have the stopwatch behavior set up on just a nearby object. Now, in the display user global parameter, you just select which user global is it going to be that is displaying the time element for your stopwatch. Now, this is really important. It does need to be a user text global. So it can't be just a user defined global. It needs to be the text version in order for it to work. So make sure you do that, and then you should be able to select it here in the drop down. Then you have the end action. Now, in my case, I chose not to have any end action just because I wanted to keep it simple. But here's some of the options that we could do. We could terminate the player. We could hurt the player. We could activate entities. We could lose the game. We could win the game. And then we could display a HUD screen. So any number of different reasons why you might choose one or the other depending on your scenario. But like I said, for my sake, it just seemed like the easiest thing to do was just not to select anything in that case. And we have the launch warning. Now, you should have seen that in the beginning where it said ready, set, go. As soon as I entered the zone, it said ready, set, go. And then I went. You don't have to have that. You could turn that off if you want. I just wanted to show it on the screen, so I left it on. Then you have the end screen. So after the end action, then you could also display an end screen. So if you want to do that, I think it's when you display a game HUD, then you have to choose which HUD it is that you want. So I think that's what that's for. Then we have the readout. Now there's a couple different options for the readout. You can choose minutes, seconds, milliseconds. You can choose minutes, seconds, and tenths. You can do hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds, or hours, minutes, seconds, tenths, and milliseconds. So you can get really granular with your time display if you expect the stopwatch to run for a long period of time. So a lot of options there. And then lastly, we have a couple of sound slots. The sound slot for 0 is to the commencement sound. So basically the start sound, right? When you start off, what sound does it play? In my case, it just played the zone trigger, and that was just so I knew that it would start. And then we have the end sound for when I press that button, what sound does it play other than whatever the button is playing. In my case, again, didn't feel the need to put a sound there, so I just left those blank. But if you want some sort of sound, then you could go ahead and do that. But there, there's a lot of options here. I think the most versatile part of this is the end action. Because if you think about it, we could activate like an entity. We could have a NPC walk into the room. Hey, well done, or something like that, like a trainer maybe. All kinds of different scenarios that come to mind when I look through all these options. Play around with it, see what fits well for your scenario. If you enjoyed the video or if you learned anything new, please be sure to click the like button down below. Helps me out. If you're new here, or if you just haven't subscribed yet, would love to have you stick around. We're getting really close to 1,000 subscribers, and that's awesome. That's fantastic. And then lastly, if you'd like a notification for whenever a new video is posted, just click the bell icon and that'll let you know when a new video is ready. Thanks so much for watching all the way through. I always appreciate that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey, don't forget, there's written documentation on every behavior, even the ones I haven't covered yet in video format, on my website at www.bloodmooninteractive.com. Be sure to check that out. And if you'd like to learn more, maybe check this video out next.